How do I tell my husband of 15 years I want a divorce now that he's less of an AH? My husband, 42M, and I, 42F, have been married for 15 years and together for 20 years as of this month. To be honest, we both sucked at various points in our marriage. The first year was great. Years 2 to 6 were rough after we moved for my job and he became unemployed and had years of on and off work. He was lazy and entitled, and I was mean and emotionally volatile. We fought a lot. We both handled it poorly in our early 20s. Things stabilized when he found a good job and matured a bit. Still, he's always been a bit entitled. Financially, I make more. I do 80% of the housework. He does his laundry. I do mine, plus sheets, towels, anything joint. He thinks he takes out the trash because he takes out the kitchen garbage and thinks I'm unreasonable for asking him to empty the bathroom because I'm the one who uses that garbage can. I spent years planning vacations, doing all of Christmas. I'm a different religion, but I love our nieces and nephews and his parents. It's really most of the work. He does mow the lawn and snow blow. I help shovel snow and that's it outside. I do maintain my own car. I believe he thinks his big contributions to our relationship are tracking and managing Netflix and other shows, driving and being fun. I'm not kidding. Some of this happened because I was too particular and controlling, and I have a higher standard than he does, which sometimes is bad on me, sometimes bad on him. I'm controlling, he's incompetent. Bad combo. Probably around 2019, he started becoming rude to me. It started small, but I addressed it regularly. The most annoying part was when he blamed me for everything. The tiny example is when he couldn't find the TV remote. Where did you put the remote? The rudeness increased after his best friend died by suicide. I gave a lot of leeway and stopped pushing back on his rudeness. I told him multiple times he needed to go to therapy. After a lot of excuses, he admitted he didn't want therapy because he didn't want to do the work. I stopped asking. In 2022, I got sick. I was scared it was cancer, but all the tests came back clean. The 9th doctor I tried helped me clean up my diet, get active, start meditation, and motivated change. I'm not cured or diagnosed, but I'm much better. But it's a daily practice to work on my health. I'm now training for a 5K, I've stopped watching TV, and I read. During that process, I moved into the guest bedroom to get better sleep. He refused to treat his apnea and blamed me for not giving him a sleep clinic number. I stopped hanging out with him because I wasn't watching TV anymore. He said no when I asked him to go for a walk. Always an excuse. I ended up creating a separate life in our home. Eventually, I think he realized it and finally stopped being rude and stopped the blame. He did blame V for the remote about 2 months after I stopped watching TV. It's been better for about 6 to 9 months. But once it got better, I realized he only treated me with any respect once I forced him to, by removing myself from him. Now, I'm happiest when he's out of the house. I don't miss him if we're apart for a week. I am sometimes annoyed if he's in the house because he watches TV 100% of the time he's awake. I don't want to do our normal summer plans, which are fast approaching. So I think I need to tell him ASAP that I want a divorce. I'm thinking after an upcoming trip he has next week, so I don't ruin the trip. How do I start the conversation? How do I avoid getting sucked in a vortex of trying to justify, explain, convince him it's not worth saving? I don't want to work on the marriage. He's had 4 years to start therapy, alone or with me, so I'm not willing to accept that as an option. I don't hate him, but I don't really like him anymore. I'm done.